Chatting here with North Fayette Valley boys basketball coach Matt Krambeer, who will get to play, and you get to coach. Your kids get to play in their 21st game of the season tonight. It's been a conference championship season for your squad. You sit at 17-3 as we speak. First things first, you're getting to play 21 games. That's a victory in and of itself, correct?
Yeah, that's a bonus, really. We never thought at the beginning of the year, we didn't know if we'd play half that many. We thought we might play only the conference games. We didn't really know what to expect, a few months ago. So to play all 21 and actually to have a couple of them get COVIDed out and then reschedule them is even a bigger deal. So that's great to get all 21 in for sure.
And it's been a 17-3 season, and you guys end up winning the Upper Iowa Conference. What made it a successful regular season to this point?
Well, I think a lot of it, was kind of the last 2 years leading up to it. These seniors have been through two chases for a conference title when they were sophomores. We came up a game short. And then last year, that was our goal. But we had a bunch of injuries before break, and that kind of got ended pretty early. But this year we had that goal, but we really focused more in on the why and the how to get to the goal rather than the goal itself. And I think that really helped us have something that we could focus on every day rather than focus in on that conference title at the end of the year, which was a big deal. It's the first time that NFV, NF, or Valley has won an outright UIC title since 1983. At least that's the records that I found. And that's when it was just North High. So it's been a while. So it was a big deal for those guys to get there, and they accomplished that, and they felt really good about it.
And you got the one regular season game left tonight. Earlier this week, you went over to MFL Marmac. They ended up getting you 60-43, snapped a 7-game winning streak for your squad. Is that just the type of game that maybe tonight you can use as a mouthwash game to get a bad taste out of your mouth?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're looking forward to. Cresco is a really solid team. So we know we're going to have to play really well against them. They play in a real tough conference, and they got great players and a great coach. Heading back to that MFL game, I thought, once again, MFL played great in that game without question. I thought it was a little bit of that hangover from reaching that goal, though, for us. That's not an excuse. It's just the reality of kind of why we don't I guess why when we talk about setting goals, we want to get reset goals when we reach them. And we went over there and had wrapped up the conference title. And, I think anybody that watched us play that night thought we didn't come out with the same type of fire we had all year. But MFL played great. They had 9 threes in the first half, and we never recovered. So they played really good that night too. Hats off to them. But I think that's why we need to focus in on our whys and our hows rather than our whats. And so tonight's about our how we're going to play better, and how we're going to get ourselves up to speed for what we know is coming in the district.
Can you turn that MFL game into a positive, knowing the fact that when you have a loss like that at this time of year, it can send a message that, hey, if we don't go out and take care of business, our season can get the brakes pumped on it pretty quickly?
Yeah, we talked about that. It's kind of like playing with no safety net now in the postseason. There's no ropes if you're a rock climber. However you want to, whatever analogy you want to make there, it ends pretty quickly. And if we don't come ready and come focused, so yeah, I think it's a great lesson for our guys, and one that was, that was good to have then, rather than next week. So.
And Postville, you're going to be your opponent starting on Monday night. They're a team that you've handled pretty easily going in to that matchup and the two matchups earlier on this season. How do you avoid complacency going into a game like that and just try to treat it like any other opponent?
Well, that's the big thing is we've got to focus in on our how and our why again. In other words, we need to focus on how we're going to play. To avoid complacency, once again, it's tournament time, and we can't be complacent, A. And then B, Postville's been playing a lot better since we beat them a week and a half ago. They now have, I think they've won 2 of their last 3. They beat Elkader and beat West Central. And at the same token, they put together 5 or 6 guys now that are in their lineup that have not been in their lineup all year for back-to-back games. So they're going to be a different team than what we saw that night. But we've got to come out with the same type of focus and resolve. And we don't really matter what the score is, so to speak, but it's how we play and how we come out.
And in a postseason situation, would you agree that the starts of games there's just that much more important, that much more magnified in a game like Monday night where you guys are the favorites. The longer you let an underdog stick around, the more confident they're going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw that with MFL. They came out hot. We're down 21-12 after the first quarter, but I really believe we'd be able to battle our way back into that. And we never been able to get that momentum back. And in postseason games, those games, it seems like whether you win or lose them, it seems like they're over in 2 minutes. Every year when I coach one, it seems like those games are just over so fast because it's so final in that respect. So we've got to make sure we're focused, coming out, trying to get the game to slow down for us on both ends and really focus in on what we're doing. And certainly want to focus in on, what other teams do. But this time of year, it's really a lot about what we're doing.
All right, Coach, it's been a very good season for your squad to this point. Hopefully you can even make it a better season in the postseason. Best of luck to you starting tonight against Crestwood and Monday night against Postville. And this weekend, stay warm.
You bet. I appreciate all your coverage, Darren.
Matt Krambeer, head coach of the North Fayette Valley Boys.